Welcome to today's podcast brought to you by U.S. Bank. Imagine a world where your moneymaker is your hobby. Well, you won't have to. U.S. Bank takes pride in being the extra push people need to turn their dream job into reality. With friendly advice, setting realistic goals, and being there, supporting them with every step in their journey, just like a friend or partner would. It's time to turn your side gig into something bigger. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Now let's tune into today's episode.
The stockings are hung and the shopping has begun. This holiday season, shop Cincinnati favorite gift cards at Kroger. Grab a gift card to La Rosa's and enjoy a warm slice of pizza. Or snag a gift card to Grater's and treat yourself to something sweet. Whoever you're shopping for, you'll earn 4 times fuel points on Cincinnati favorite gift cards. Head over to giftcards.kroger.com/Cincinnati-favorites to complete your shopping list and support our local businesses. Available in Cincinnati, Columbus, and Louisville markets only. Restrictions apply. See website for details.
There's so much content out there in general, and there's just so many fucking voices. Apparently, I'm in a podcast war with somebody. Have you heard of some dude named Eric Zane?
I've heard of Billy, but not Eric.
This guy just started trashing me on who are these podcasts. I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? And then somebody sent me the clip.
Is this the free beer and hot wings guy?
Yeah, I Googled him, and he was on that show, Free Beer and Hot Wings, that fucking hacky. It was like, I think it was syndicated, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was.
So
I think its market was Grand Rapids, Michigan, by the way.
I know. And I didn't even want to know anything about this dude, but I just did a little. First of all, his last name's not Zane. Of course, he had to change the name because that's what these radio dudes do. So I can't even pronounce his real last name. But yeah, it was just like he's trying to start this like radio war with me. And I'm like,
Zaniacs. Here's a man who's usually wrong.
You didn't care.
He doesn't care. Here's a man who
things that'll make a billy goat puke.
You're not rocking with the best.
You're not rocking with the best. It's the Eric Zane Show podcast. And here's your host, Eric Zane.
Yeah! Hello! Whoa! Welcome. Look at my fat face. Okay, so I try not to look at the monitor when I try to look right now. I'm looking at you, which is just looking at this little teeny tiny camera, which I need a camera upgrade, by the way. I got to go spend some money. But occasionally, I will look at me, and I see a face that's sagging. Okay, I've been very, very conscientious of my personal appearance lately. So I have like this double chin. You can see that deal right now. And I've really worked hard at that. Okay. And then my cheeks are it's causing my whole face to hang down, a stroke like right there. Okay. See these fat dimples that have been created right here? It's tough to see in the resolution, but they're there. And I'm like, you got to get your jawline back, you fat fuck. It's horrible. Looks like shit. I hate it. And if you're looking at it, you're like, oh, man, I have the same issue. Yeah, you look like shit, too. Get your fucking shit in gear. I am, okay. Yesterday, another successful day of consuming, not eating like an asshole. I'll get to all the formalities about Twitch in a second, but I got to get this off of my chest. By the way, Chris, hold on. I got it. Can you children get pass the things that get stuck in your craw and not voice them? Is that possible? Chris K from GR? Ads are so enjoyable. Okay. This is a constant. I know this is going to be a constant battle. Oh, the struggles you have. I'm going to try to make it so that you don't have so many struggles, okay? On Twitch, which you enjoy the show. Thank you very much for that. You can skip all of the ads that just fly in out of left field. I realize that. By subscribing to the show. When you do that with your Amazon Prime account, if you would please do that and then restart, like log out and then log back in, you will not have that problem ever again. If you don't have Amazon Prime, you will just have to either sit through it or subscribe on your own, which is $5. Otherwise, it's free. My God. It's like a bunch of fourth graders. Come on, guys. I'm just trying so hard to do this. Tarantula Farmer says, well, I did that, and then the ads came back. Well, that's a Don Collins problem. Don Collins, help these people. All right. We'll do our best. We'll get there. Just, you know what? Let's save it. Let's save it. We'll figure it out as a team. I promise you. Now, let me get back to talking about how disgusting I am. As Wednesday unfolded, I remained sovereign in my eating. I was at the radio station yesterday, which I love doing that. I just love getting out of the house, okay? Seriously, it's like a little field trip for your old pal Eric Zane, and I was talking to my brother about this. When you are at in your house every day, all day, with the NFK, who, by the way, I got a story about him coming up in a second. Oh, my God. But you really get excited when you are changing your scenery. Thank you to Patriot Nick. You just did something nice. Whenever I'm supposed to acknowledge you guys when you do something nice on Twitch, but I can't hear what you hear, so I apologize if I miss you. Patriot Nick is been on a gifting subscriptions to people tear lately. Thank you very much, Nick. I appreciate that. Mike says, if you're watching this from home and using Google Chrome, you independent researchers could look for ad blockers at work and on Twitch and install them. Just a hint, I guess, from Mike. Okay. So I'm walking around the radio station again. I feel fantastic about being out of the house. I have a job to do, and that is to be the board op for the hard-hitting Maction Wednesday night CMU Central Michigan Kent State football game. What the fuck? What has happened? But I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. I don't care. It gets me out of the house. So I'm like, okay, I could use a snack. And somebody has left the trail mix, a full bag of trail mix. I'm like, Now, I ate just before I came there. And it was attempt at day 3 of eating appropriately. Haven't eaten any sugar. Grab a big handful of it. And then I'm actually holding it up to my face. It's got sunflower seeds, peanuts, raisins, and M&Ms. I picked out the M&Ms, picked them out one at a time, threw them in the garbage. The rest I'll eat. I can handle that. And so I did that a few times. I'm thinking, oh, man, I'm killing it. And then I encountered the brownie bark. I'm like, what the fuck is brownie bark? It sounds ridiculous. And boy, is it. And so that was the first bit of garbage that I've eaten in 3 days. The brownie bark. But that was it. No big deal. I am on starting to get some momentum on the diet, and I feel great about it. It's a matter of just trying not to graze throughout the day, and I haven't yet gotten onto the scale. I don't want to do that yet. I want to put some time into this and then have a look-see and see what's up. Because I'm telling you, in February, if I get back for that physical after my blood work and Byers looks at it and he sees the triglyceride level and the bad cholesterol level, he's going to kick my ass. So I have got to get this shit in check. So welcome to each and every one of you. On Twitch and afterwards on the recorded audio. I appreciate it so much. If you are new to me on Twitch, if you've just discovered this show, damn it, sorry. If you would follow me, just hit the follow button. It's located at the bottom right of the screen, the little heart. Once you do that, you will get an email or text notification every time I go live. Just click it and off you go. If you are already watching it and you're like, I think I want to subscribe to this thing. All right. You have the opportunity to subscribe to Eric Zane Live on Twitch. Amazon, who owns Twitch, made it very easy to do this. Amazon Prime members, you can subscribe to the show for free. Amazon pays the $5 every month. If you subscribe to me, every month I would get that $5 from you. So keep subscribed to Eric Zane Live on Twitch. So it's basically free money if you sign up with your Twitch account. It's real easy to do. Just on my page, click subscribe, the big red button, and off you go. Follow what it tells you to do, and you'll get there. If I could figure that out, you could. It's a great way of supporting the show, just doing something with your Amazon Prime account, subscribing to me with your Amazon Prime account. If you did that yesterday, thank you so much. And then yesterday, the big thing was several subscriptions were gifted by Patriot Nick and Adam, I saw. And if I missed anybody else, I apologize. I'm not that great at paying attention to it because I've got a lot of things going on here. So thank you if you've done that. And so they would out of their own pocket, we're gifting subscriptions to people. What a kind thing to do. I am so lucky that now, okay, basically doing the show that I do, this is just another way to keep feeding the machine. So thank you very much for that. There's also something known as bits. New for subscribers of Eric Zane Live on Twitch are bits. If you like the show, you can cheer us. CHEER, cheer us a few bits. You will see these just below the screen. You can buy bits really cheap. And then if you like something, you give me the bits. So when I go off on a rant and scream and yell or something like that, or talk about my fat face or the dogs start humping each other, you throw bits into my little thing there. To do that, all you have to do is in the chat room, type cheer followed by the number of bits. So cheer 250 would send your old pal Eric Zane $2.50. And I guess there's a leaderboard. You'll be able to see where you rank in the leaderboard at our show page right here on Twitch. Okay. It's like Twitch currency is what that is. My God. We have news around the Eric Zane Show podcast household. This is how it went for me. Every day when the Queen of the Forest gets home from work, she says, would you like to go for a walk? I'm like, well, yeah, of course. Queen of the Forest, myself, and the dogs go for a walk. We usually kind of reconnect there. How was your day? What went on? Funny stories. And she goes, so when you're doing the podcast, can you tell, you have your headphones on, right? Yeah. Can you hear if water is running? And I go, well, I do have my headphones on, and no, I guess can't hear it, but I know where you're going with this. No, your brother hasn't taken a shower. That has been a struggle since, well, forever. I don't know of anyone who exists outside of the one soul that is in my house who is, I can understand being staunchly opposed to anything in the world. The vaccine, the anti-vaxxers, disease. I could understand how one person could be intolerable of an entire race of human beings more than I could understand a person being intolerable of washing one's asshole. Okay? I don't understand. And I think maybe one day on a fact-finding mission, this is why I wish I drank a little, because if I got drunk, I would get up the courage to walk in there and go, so, buddy, let me ask you something. What do you why are you opposed to sticking a bar of soap up your asshole? Explain to me why you think it's okay to not wash your asshole. You realize, let's really break this down here. This is me role-playing, talking to the NFK. Hours after you consume food, what's left over is known as poop. It must leave your body. It does. When it leaves your body, the poop is leaving an area known as the asshole. Now, it is not a clean process. The skin in and around the asshole is affected by the poop leaving. When you finish the job, there is still residual shit debris there. It's the same as if you were walking around and you went in my yard and you picked up dog shit with your hands and like, like hand sanitizer, and then wiped it with like paper towel. Your hands are still going to smell like shit. That's what your asshole is doing for days on end without any type of introduction of a substance known as water and soap, which is causing major problems. That's why I want to drink, because if I am half drunk, I'm going to get up the courage to ask that question. The only thing I'm fueled by now, or motivated by, is anger. The only time I get that brazen is when I'm angry. So that's the only tool I have in my toolbox, anger. And then when I'm talking, when I'm angry, I'm liable to say something horrible. So it's a big catch-22. It's a big, very real dilemma. In the middle of the summer, the queen of the forest sat him down and had an intervention. And it worked to some degree, but I knew we were going to wind up back where we started, because she was buying him all of these implements to clean himself. A wand with loofah so he could reach the hard-to-reach spots, and they were going unused. So I knew he was starting to Nick, very kind of you. Starting to go back into the old habits. So when the Queen of the Forest says to me, have you noticed if the water's been running while you're podcasting? I'm like, well, I'm no, but when I go in there, there's no evidence of a shower having taken place. He hasn't bathed in significant time. Oh, dear. I go, you want me to say something? And so we're kind of going back and forth on who has to do it. She said she would take care of it. And she did yesterday when I was at the radio station. She said something. Hey, and I'm like, what the fuck? How? How can this be? I understand a person being a racist more than I understand a person not washing their asshole. I have more understanding for the racist than him being racist to a clean asshole. Why? And how do you go about your day without wanting to clean yourself? So frustrating. So frustrating. Okay. On Twitch, it says you received a level 2 hype train emote. I don't know what that is. Share. Hooray. Let the channel know you've earned a new hype train emote. Oh, okay. If you insist. Welcome. If you're new here, enjoy the commentary between people. We're going to get into a bunch of amazing stuff, including the Kyle Rittenhouse drama from yesterday. We're going to watch it. We're going to listen to it. Boy, that is, wow. So much to get to concerning that. And I don't want to shoot my wad on it because I'm going to talk about it. And I don't want to say because then I'll like open up Pandora's box and then I'll screw it all up. Where the hell is my phone? Regarding getting in shape and eating appropriately and trying to eliminate my fat face, which, I hate this. I want to be fit. I want to be in shape. I want my heart and lungs to be humming. I want to be 30 pounds lighter. And I know what you're saying. Well, then you can't just sit there and walk on the treadmill. Well, yeah, you know what? I get that. But I'm working my way into it. Don't worry. Aram, who is in pretty damn good shape in beautiful Nashville, Tennessee. He writes, the only chest work, Eric, that I would do, because I was doing bench presses the other day. He says, the only chest work I would do right now is what you get from doing like a pull-up or a chin-up. You'll get some isometric ab work from that too. It will also tighten up that posture. Chin-ups are so hard to get back into, but they'd be perfect strength training for what you are dealing with while you melt off the pounds through diet and cardio. Use the extra body weight to build the muscle. Forget the bench. It's only a test strength. The chin-up tests strength and fitness. Start with trying to do one good form until you can get one unassisted. Holy shit. The goal is to eventually challenge Team Knuckle Dragger. Oh, boy. Well, I don't know, man. I'm going to do it, like I said, one day at a time. Do what I can. Yesterday, I just did not have the time to get to the gym. None whatsoever. But on those days, it's important to kind of eat okay, you know? Don't eat like an asshole. Don't panic. Okay. So yesterday, at the radio station, I'm there. Now, my job is simple. Click a button, and it's the feed, as it's described, from the football stadium in Mount Pleasant, where these two teams that nobody gives a shit about are playing. Now, again, I am flat out amazed. I would be amazed if even one person would want to listen to this game, a game between essentially high schools on the radio. Central Michigan and Kent State. Problem. I walk in there to do it, and I'm getting ready for the game to start. The pregame, they do a 1-hour pregame show. And it's 1 minute before broadcast. And I go march into the office of the dude who's like the boss there. And I go, hey, dude, it doesn't look like the control board has changed. It kind of changes on its own for the game. He goes, oh, yeah, the pregame is until 7. And I'm like, dude, what? Huh? I'm there an hour and a half early. I'm like, holy shit, are you serious? Now, this is bad. This is really bad because when the game starts at 6, like it did the previous week, which why the fuck would you start one game the week before at one time and all the other games at the same time, and then, oh, yeah, let's just start this one an hour later? Now, that's bad because when it starts at 6, I'm home late, okay? Enough that I have an anxiety attack about not getting enough sleep. You do that when you're old. Oh, God, I'm not going to get another. It was last week. Last week I was grumpy as hell because I didn't get enough sleep. This one started an hour later. Ah, shit. All right. Process that. Take care of some busy work to kill time. Fast forward 1 hour. The game is getting ready to start. I don't know how it is, but the programming that's going out over the air before that game pregame bullshit starts has ended, and here dead air. There's no sound. Nothing is originating from the radio station while I wait for the game to start. And there's a little button, a speaker called Q, where I'm listening in Q to the football announcers get ready for the game. And this is, we start the broadcast in 60 seconds, mark. And you hear this music playing. And I'm like, well, I can't put that on the air. I have to wait till exactly 7 p.m. to slide up a little control fader and push a button. I can't do it before. But the radio station is playing nothing at the time. And you can hear the marching band playing. 30 seconds till game time. Mark. So then I pop that up, and then on the air you hear 20 seconds till game time. Mark. So I pot that down back to dead air, and then I look, there's a button bar. Looks just like a soundboard, you know? And I look, and there's one that says ID, and you click it, and it says, you're listening to the game, 96.1. And there's still like plenty of time left, 15 seconds, which is an eternity. And so I hit another one of those sound buttons. And whoever is running shit there has not cleaned up this button bar, because the button bar that I hit is for a show that got fired. It hasn't even been on the air in like a year. So these two people that don't work there anymore are now heard on the radio station. So if anybody's listening, and no one probably was, but if they were, they heard, hey, I'm Big Jim, and I'm Drew. tune in to us afternoons 3 to 7 on ESPN 96.1. Yeah, we're going to give you our hot takes and discuss hot sports shit. Big Drew and Big Jim at 96.1. I'm like, no, fuck, I did this. Holy shit. Those two guys are probably still all bummed out because they got fired. They hear that shit. They go, who's fucking playing a joke on us? Who's the asshole that did that? Holy fuck. And I'm like, oh, shit. So then I just pot it up and you hear, welcome to CMU Western for Kent State football. Get ready for shit. Then the idea that the kickoff now isn't till 8. So then I'm like doing the math. I'm like, fuck, I'm not going to get in bed till like 12:30 or 1. Why did I agree to do this? Yeah, I wanted to get out of the house. It was so great. The novelty of that wore off 1 second after I got downtown. I was walking to the radio station. Some lady with paranoid schizophrenia says to me, you got a cigarette? I go, no. So then I go up to the radio station. Lurch, Brett, from the Huge Show, he goes down. He sends me a text. He goes, hey, was there a lady out here? I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, she just had me call 911. She says her hip's broken. I go, she's fine. She was fine when I saw her. He goes, well, no shit. Well, I'm waiting on an ambulance. I go, well, why the fuck did you wait on it? Why did you call 911, you dumb shit? He says, I don't know. I go, call me and tell her it's the cops, and I'll tell her to suck your dick. And he goes, no, thanks. So I don't know what the hell happened to that. So I'm sitting there, and it isn't until you really want the game to move quickly that you realize just how slow and boring this is on the radio, listening to football. And in this case, two teams that no one in America cares about, not one person. Everybody who went to the game, they're just drunk. They leave 8 minutes into the game. There's no one there. It's stupid. And you got these two guys who are all like, oh, we can't wait for the big game. And, oh, boy, hey, there's a challenge flag on the field. They're going to challenge where the ball should be marked. 15 minutes later, after further review, the ball will be placed at the 37-yard line instead of the 36. No timeout is charged. Shit, I'm not going to get out of here for like a week. The two guys that call the game for Central are Adam Jaxa and Brock Gutierrez. Gutierrez, I wish I had audio of this. It probably exists. During the Western Michigan, Central Michigan game, he's a former player, big, giant, stupid cement head. He was so excited at a key play for Central that he stood up and you could hear him pounding on the glass in the booth, going, yeah, go team. He's pounding on the glass. Holy shit. So I'm sitting there like, how long is, like, maybe this both teams will decide to like run the ball. At one point, there was like 1 minute to go in the first half, and it took like 10 minutes. They go, there was like a review, and then some idiot got hurt, and then they started like throwing incomplete passes. So, we burned 6 seconds off the clock there. I'm like, this sucks so much dick. Holy shit. Oh my God. I ended up getting out of there close to midnight. After the big game, Central beat Kent State. So proud of the Chippewas. So proud of the Chips. And, made it home. And I actually feel better today than I did a week ago. A week ago, I felt like shit. However, when I get done with this podcast, the time between free podcast and Patreon podcast, that's like the witching hour. That's like, uh-oh. So I got to keep the energy up, figure something out here. My God. And you know what? It's a barn burner today because the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast happens tonight at 7 p.m. Oh, my God. We had so much fun last week. You do not want to miss this. I mean, seriously, the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast, when Ben, here's the thing. Ben writes jokes all week on Twitter, and they suck so bad. We read them at the end of the podcast, and then you, the audience on the live stream, who are in the Zoom with us, we have a live audience from wherever you are, they thumbs up it or thumbs down it, and I don't know how any of these people thumbs up any of them. They're terrible. My God. All right. If I have not sent you an invite before, you might not be on the invite list. If you are a Patreon member, reach out to me, Eric at ericzaneshow.com, and say, hey, invite me onto the live stream. I want to be in the audience with you. Otherwise, if you've gotten the invite before, you'll get it again tonight. Okay? Good crowd there. Always a good crowd. Very, very fun. The Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. Okay. It is time to wallow into the shallow waters of Kyle Rittenhouse. The Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Okay. Let me just unpack this at a level that is, I guess, of the speed comparatively of what I am up to. That's a horrible way of describing it. I don't know shit about this trial. All I know, this is what I know about this trial. Riots in Kenosha, Wisconsin, over the usual reasons. Probably black guy killed by a cop or something nasty happened. Something not so great happened. And a bunch of people started having a riot in Kenosha. Breaking shit, lighting stuff on fire. Cops are trying to, out of control. Out of control. Horrible. Rittenhouse, not from Kenosha, goes to Kenosha with a rifle and he's walking the street. And the next thing you know, he shoots 3 people, killing 2 of them. There's video of him saying, I just shot somebody or something like that. This is all, I'm just giving you what I know. I know all of you are like dying to get on your keyboard and say, no, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. Don't just, please, let me do my job. Let me do my job. No one cares what you think. They only care what I think. That's why I'm here and you're there. I'm just giving you the background of what I know. Now, he's on trial for a number of horrible things that could lock him away for a long, long time. I'm not going to bore you with all the charges or manslaughter this, murder that, or unlawful this, or whatever. You figure that shit out on your own. Okay. All things being fair here, as they always are on the Eric Zane Show podcast, nobody should have been rioting. Back then, that was the thing to do. Hell, if you do anything to a person, there's a riot. That's what you did back then. Young idiots go out on the street and break everybody's shit. That's horrible. Everybody who was involved in that should go to prison for a long time. Every looter, every person who was breaking into somebody's business that they worked their whole life to build, acting like assholes, destroying our shit. Fuck all those guys. Fuck every one of them. I don't give a shit what you're complaining about. You don't go in and rip up a town. On the other side of that, It's also not a good idea to do the old vigilante thing and arm yourself and go marching through the street. And the reason why is because that is work set up for somebody else, and really you're jeopardizing your own life or those of others because, you're not a professional. You're a 17-year-old walking around on the street trying to be a superhero. These are all undisputed facts. Nothing here can be argued. Rittenhouse has some type of hero complex. I don't give a fuck what. If he's standing there in front of people saying, I wanted to save them. He's not even from there. What the fuck? He doesn't give a shit. So I don't know this guy's motivation. It's stupid. Absolutely stupid for him to do what he did. Now, I know some of you are like, well, no, man, he's a patriot, man. He's fighting against, he's trying to end tyranny. He's a war hero. I know how you feel. Again, start your own fucking podcast. I don't give a shit. He should not have been there. These looters should not have been there. They're all assholes. Make no mistake. We are dealing with a large number of assholes here. That is not disputable. He shoots 3, 2 dead, 1 not dead. They're trying to find out if he's going to go to prison for a long time for that. My gut tells me he's not. Didn't it start with the judge saying we cannot refer to the people that were shot or killed as victims? We can only refer to them as looters and rioters. It's going to go in favor of Rittenhouse when the judge right away says, no, we can't call them victims. They're looters and rioters. You're like, well, this is, how this is going to break. Well, anyway. I actually, don't give a shit either way. I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm just watching it all unfold. I know you do. But point defense after yesterday. 2 things happen. First of all, let's get into Kyle Rittenhouse on the stand. He starts crying. Let's take a look at this. All right.
Once I take that step back, I look over my shoulder and Mr. Rosenbaum was now running from my right side. And I was cornered from in front of me with Mr. Zeminski. And there were
oh, no. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, so now a lot of people are giving this guy shit, this kid. Oh, I guess he's not a kid, 18 years old. Saying, oh, yeah, this is fake. He's faking it. I don't think he is. I don't think that you can do what this guy did unless you are. If this is fake, he's the greatest actor of our generation, but I don't think it is. I don't think this is fake. But the usual suspects are saying, yeah, it's fake, crocodile tears, fuck him. But I don't think it is.
People right there.
Take a deep breath, Kyle.
They're saying he's squinting super hard and there's no tears coming out. But I actually did see a tear in one still image, but...
That's what I...
Oh, no.
That's what I run.
Oh, yeah. There's no way. There's no way that's fake. Fuck you. There's no way that could be fake.
going to just take it.
Look at that face.
Anyway, you can just relax for a minute, sir.
I mean, that's a hot mess.
Take a break, about 10 minutes, and please don't talk about the case during the break. Read, watch, or listen to any account of the trial.
All right. Savage Sack Lunch writes, big man come out and decide who lives and dies, but cries when he has to talk about it. Please. So he's not buying it at all. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't want to tell you what to believe in this thing. Every single person involved in this should not have been where they were. There is no reason that anybody should have been out destroying that community. There is no reason that this guy should have taken it upon himself, a 17-year-old, to travel to Kenosha, Wisconsin, to help the police. Shibs 182 writes, my 3-year-old fake cries better than that. How could... Really? I thought that end when he really would. I mean, that was like Rocky crying over Mick. I thought it was pretty good. I thought he was actually crying. Am I an idiot? Am I? Because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, it's all fake. He's just manipulating everybody. Okay, I don't know if he's that smart to do that, okay? You got to understand, in my opinion, this is an idiot. This is a guy who's playing Apex Legends, and then he goes, hang on, guys, I gotta go defend Kenosha. And then he grabs his rifle and drives to Kenosha, Wisconsin. This is not a Rhodes Scholar here. Kuiper 001 says he was well trained by his attorney. Terry writes, none should have been there, but all had the right to defend their life. So that's what they're discussing here. Okay, yeah, he shouldn't have been there. We can all agree with that. But, if he's there and to the letter of the law, let's just assume him walking around on the street with a weapon is not against the law. And I'm fairly sure that that is not against the law to walk around with a weapon. Reckless, stupid, say everything you want, but I don't think you're breaking the law by doing that. Okay? And they're trying to say, well, he was just shooting people because he wanted to shoot fucking protesters or rioters or whatever. And he's like, no. I was there and they came at me, so I shot them. That's what's at stake here. That's what they're trying to either prove or say didn't happen. Say did happen or say didn't happen. Depends on where it's coming from. So, all right. I'm _evil_panda writes, Zane didn't watch the trial, clearly. Well, the trial's going on right now. No, I haven't watched shit about it. I'm basically just telling you what's at stake and whether or not he should have been there, in my opinion. This is an opinion-based show. I'm not going to sit here and go, all right, now this is what the defense says. This is what this says. I don't give a shit on that. Okay? Aram says, oh, no, the Eric Zane show to the letter of the law, which means I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just telling you this. No, I don't think that guy should have been there in the first place. No, those people shouldn't have been looting there. Whether or not he killed those people in self-defense is what they're wondering. So, okay, can you prove that? When the trial was getting started, I guess this Judge Schroeder was like, all right, we can allow this in. We can not allow that in as evidence. We can allow this in as evidence, blah, blah, blah. The rules of the trial, all the stuff. This is a huge trial. And so then the prosecutor's like, all right, okay, great, I got it, But yesterday, the prosecutor, who looks like a douchebag, by the way, is doing something that the defense is not happy with. And he said, I'm going to play this clip for you. He's like, wait a minute here. Hold on. You said this. You said that. We can't do this. We can't do that. And the judge goes, yeah, hold on a minute here. We got to get to the bottom of this. So check this out. The judge going after this douchebag prosecutor. Eric, why is he a douchebag? Well, look at him. That's why. Come on, this is the type of coverage that you came here for. This is all of that testimony. Check it out.
Correct. So you understand that there's a difference between using deadly force to protect yourself.
Talking to Rittenhouse.
To protect property. Correct?
Yes.
Richards?
Your Honor.
By the way, he kicked the jury out. This judge, he kicked the jury out. Let me back that up. See what this guy was saying here.
So you understand that there's a difference between using deadly force to protect yourself and using it to protect property, correct?
Yes.
Richards?
Your Honor, Mr. Binger is either forgetting the court's rulings or attempting to provoke a mistrial in this matter. He knows he can't go into this, and he's asking the questions. I asked the court to strongly admonish him, and the next...
Okay. Now, you see, by the way, the chick with these, with the nylons that have the lines in them, I always thought that's kind of hot. You know, I agree with David Lee Roth. It's kind of hot there. That's a good slutty look. If you're going to go into the courtroom wearing hooker nylons like this, holy shit, you might even elicit a boner. Meanwhile, when this dude is saying he knows what he's doing, he's an asshole. Look at this prosecutor. He's looking at notes like he's acting like he's not paying attention to this guy giving him tons of shit. Like there's nothing happening, you know?
Or attempting to provoke a mistrial in this matter. He knows he can't go into this, and he's asking the questions. I asked the court to strongly admonish him, and the next time it happens, I'll be asking for a mistrial with prejudice. He's an experienced attorney, and he knows better.
Oh, shit. Okay, so now this guy's asshole's getting tight. He's like, uh-oh, well, hopefully the judge won't agree with them, and I'll just be able to skate on this, you know?
First of all, Your Honor, this was the subject of a motion. I'm well aware of that.
Oh, you see, did you hear that tone? This guy sounds like a douche. Rittenhouse is going to get off on the basis alone of this smarmy-ass prosecutor.
The court left the door open.
For me, not for you.
Okay. Hold on a second. Your Honor, they left the door open for me, not for you. That's awesome.
First of all, Your Honor, this was the subject of a motion. I'm well aware of that. And the court left the door open.
For me, not for you.
Right now, Rittenhouse is like, well, I just won. All I got to do is cry, and this is over, okay? I'm just going to I'm going to think about the first time I lost a girlfriend or lost in Call of Duty or masturbated so much that my penis was raw, and I'm going to cry.
Understanding of
You should have come and asked for reconsideration. You did on the one motion, and in fact, I granted your motion for reconsideration.
That was not our motion.
Excuse me. I did. I granted.
We did not move
that
for
was their
reconsideration.
motion.
We've not filed.
All right, so now the judge is fucking shit up here. Look at this lady. All she's thinking about is a BK broiler. You got the stenographer trying to just take the notes. This chick. Everybody's just enjoying this.
Motions to reconsider in this case.
That was their motion for reconsideration, which I denied. But I said I denied it, or I indicated a bias towards denial is what I did. Held it open with a bias towards denial. Why would you think that made it okay for you, without any advance notice, to bring this matter before the jury?
Oh, he's fucked.
I was astonished when you began your examination by commenting on the defendant's post-arrest silence.
Oh.
That's basic law. It's been basic law in this country for 40 years, 50 years.
Oh.
I have no idea why you would do something like that.
What an asshole. He's killing him.
And it gives
The judge isn't an asshole. This guy's an asshole. I love this judge, though.
Well, I'll leave it at that. So I don't know what you're up to.
May I respond?
Yes.
We filed an other acts motion on this exact issue because, in my mind, and I argued this, it is identical to what was going on the night of August 25th, in the sense that the defendant...
One chick wearing a mask. Everybody hates her. She's wearing that mask, and all these Wisconsin hillbillies are like, fuck you.
...was using this exact same weapon. He was using it in a manner to try and protect property.
No, he wasn't.
Your Honor, with all due respect...
I'm not going to rehash the motion. That's absolutely untrue. No. Your arguments of record...
Oh, hold on a second. Let's back that up. He's arguing with the judge about evidence and things that happened?
Same weapon.
Hold on.
Using it in a manner... Exact issue. We filed an other acts motion on this exact issue because, in my mind, and I argued this, it is identical to what was going on the night of August 25th, in the sense that the defendant was using this exact same weapon. He was using it in a manner to try and protect property.
No, he wasn't.
Your Honor, with all due respect...
I'm not going to rehash the motion. That's absolutely untrue. No. Your arguments of record, my comments are of record, and why I ruled as I did is of record. There's nothing that I heard in this trial to suggest anything's changed. Even if you're correct in your assumption that you know more than I did at the time, you should have come to the court and say, I want to go into this.
Wow. All right. So if you're that prosecutor, can you imagine how awkward it is back at the office? Or, I picture like you see in films where all that shit goes down and then they meet at the urinal. If I'm the defense, I'm like, God, I sure hope I see that dude at the urinal to tell him, to say something like, yeah, hey, how'd you think that went, fuckface? You stupid asshole. Oh, my God. Kenny says arguing with the judge is never wise. Tarantula Farmer, that's very kind of you. He gifted, boy, you guys, Jesus, gifted a tier 1 subscription to Crank. That's very kind. And you've given 6 gift subscriptions in the channel. That is so amazing. I appreciate that. So, Bill, you fucked that up today. Yes. The judge definitely wants to be famous, Mike the Canadian says. Yeah, I don't buy that. I think judges just do their jobs. Nick's done 12 subscriptions. My God, dude, are you filthy rich? That's a lot of cash. I'm _evil_panda says one guy was shot trying to wrestle the gun away from Kyle. Now, I know where Evil Panda is because he's referring to Rittenhouse by his first name, like he knows him. Evil Panda, as soon as this show is over. Oops. Audio's playing, isn't it? Dummy. Learning curve. Sorry about that. As soon as this show is done, Panda is going to watch the trial and beat his meat the whole damn time. PSN Bleach writes he's going to have his phone go off, talk about the Bible, yell like a crazy person. I don't know if that's referencing me and the stupid video still playing. Probably. All right. That was the big story yesterday, Kyle Rittenhouse. Don't forget about me on Patreon. Man, I'm telling you, yesterday, to celebrate, not celebrate, but honor the loss of the 29, a new tradition was born, and that is singing the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, karaoke style. and I murdered it. The timing was so off. I didn't know where to jump in. I thought I could do it. I think I actually got 2 words right. But my God. And you know what? In Michigan, the gales of November are back. We got like 50-mile-an-hour winds up there. So there you go. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. I'll be doing that show when I get done with this one. The Open, brought to you by Prince Arming, 616-204-1705. We got gun school happening coming up a week from Thursday. If you, in honor of Kyle Rittenhouse, get your CPL. 616-204-1705. If you are in West Michigan and you've always wanted to carry your pistol concealed, I do. You need to take this class. You don't even need to own a pistol to take the class, okay? Steve Prince would tell you, hey, that Kyle Rittenhouse, he did it all wrong. You should never have been there in the first place. You don't go into a riot situation waving around a firearm. Reach out to Steve. Call or text 616-204-1705 or find him at his Facebook page, Prince Arming on Facebook. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage, 231-332-6505. If you are in the market for a mortgage, like you want to buy a house, whatever it may be, no matter where you are in the U.S., call upon Mario. And I've said it before. I mean, I'm saying you just give him your time to see if he is the guy for you. I just want him in the mix, you know? You can go ahead and call on your cousin or the person you used before. Just give Mario the time of day. If you do go with them, well, even if you didn't, please mention that you heard it on the Eric Zane Show podcast. I can get you a mortgage from anywhere in the U.S., no matter where you are, with the exception of Hawaii, Alaska, Maine, and South Carolina. 231-332-6505.
Hear that? Is that America cheering or a sausage patty sizzling to perfection? It's time to cheer for Egg McMuffin and fresh cracked eggs at McDonald's. It's time to wake up to the aroma of freshly baked biscuits and treat yourself to a real honest-to-goodness morning meal. Breakfast, it's on at McDonald's. Now enjoy a large iced coffee for just $2. Add a breakfast sandwich to make a meal. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
The stockings are hung and the shopping has begun. This holiday season, shop Cincinnati favorite gift cards at Kroger. Grab a gift card to La Rosa's and enjoy a warm slice of pizza. Or snag a gift card to Grater's and treat yourself to something sweet. Whoever you're shopping for, you'll earn 4 times fuel points on Cincinnati favorite gift cards. Head over to giftcards.kroger.com/Cincinnati-favorites to complete your shopping list and support our local businesses. Available in Cincinnati, Columbus, and Louisville markets only. Restrictions apply. See website for details.
We got a paintball event coming up on the 21st, a little over a week away. Okay. I just heard from Terry. It'll be Terry plus 4, I believe. Awesome. I want to get up to 30 people on paintball, so you must RSVP. Please RSVP so I know you're coming. Send me an email, eric@ericzaneshow.com. The event is the 21st at 4 p.m. $35 a person. Normally that's $48. You get the paint, mask, gun, pizza party beforehand from BC Pizza on Lake Michigan Drive in Grand Rapids. And otherwise, don't forget about TC Paintball, tcpaintballgr.com. You've got Wednesday's Little League, and you can book a party for you and your friends at TC Paintball. I am still working on my video guests and work out that bug over time.
Hello, sir.
Until then, we are by phone with the one and only Kyle from Dumpster Divers for Let's Kill. Kyle, how are you, young man?
I'm good. Let me ask you this question. I found this little microphone thing. Do I sound better right now, or do I sound worse?
Sound fine to me, Kyle.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
Yeah.
So here's the weird thing. I'm signed into the podcast right now.
Yeah.
And there's an ad going on right now, but you're talking to me, and I'm confused about what's going on.
Oh, yeah. You see, I was talking with the audience on Twitch about this. Do you have Amazon Prime?
Yes.
Okay. So when you go to my Twitch channel, there's a red button that says subscribe. And when you do that, you're going to subscribe with your Amazon Twitch account and then restart everything after that. Turn your speakers down. And then after you restart that, you will get no ads once you subscribe with Amazon Prime.
Oh, man. Okay, yeah, I had to mute it. I was freaking out.
Did you even hear what I said?
Yes, I did. There's many things because I signed into the link you sent me so people could see me if they want to see me or whatever. Then I signed into the thing so I could see the comments. But then the ad was playing, but I could still see you and myself. It was chaos. It was chaotic is what I'm saying to you.
Well, I did I'm glad you did sign in because, excuse me, I do see you now, and so does the audience, because they don't want to not see your face.
Okay, let me tell you what's freaking me out right now.
Hold on.
So
before you do that,
I'm having an out-of-body experience right now because I'm seeing this happen, but on the screen, now because I'm watching the show while I'm doing it, it's happening like seconds later.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to believe right now. I'm telling you, I'm going down a rabbit hole of like psychedelics, but it's the natural.
Let me give you this bit of advice. Drop the mic and just let it on your shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't.
Okay.
You if I no. I mean you can. He's missing me.
Let's figure this out. All right, is that better?
Well, what I meant was just let go of the mic. I didn't mean like unhook it.
Oh, well, it's too late now.
Oh shit! Well, don't worry about it. Anyway, yeah, because people were like, "Oh God, the mic sounds bad." It's because on those phone mics, they're set up. They can just hang on your shirt. Yeah, if you get too close, they sound all jacked.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's cool. Don't worry about it, man. No problem. So, yeah.
So, but here's the thing, though. This is just further proof to Eric Zane. I gotta buy this microphone from you. I'm serious. We gotta get this going so that so I can sound normal, dude. I'm sick of sounding like a Class B citizen, dude.
Well, the phone, believe it or not, doesn't sound bad, but I'll just give it to you. I have plenty of what you need. I just need to give it to you.
Give it to me. Nice.
Yes, I just need to give it to you.
Okay, yeah. Because seriously, I'm doing it, dude. Because I want to sound good. Yeah. Maybe I'll start my own podcast. Who knows?
Yeah, you would. I imagine you would be able to hold your own in podcast form. How often would you do it? Like once a week?
Here's the thing. Nowadays, because I got the kid, Jameson's living his life or whatever, there's a lot of time spent just sitting in the bed, you know what I mean? Like watching TV and stuff. So real easy to just throw a microphone in and just start shooting the shit, dude.
Have you, now with your lovely better half known as Blue, and I don't know her personality. I've never spoken to her or met her, but I've met you. Does she ever at some point when you're laying in bed, you two, and you're talking nonstop, does she ever go, can you just shut up for a little bit?
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. Well, here's the thing, though. We're different TV watchers. I'm like a immerse yourself in the story type guy, right? You know what I mean? Like if it's a movie, if it's a TV show, I'm getting into the TV screen with the characters, fucking around, figuring out what's going on, learning the storyline. She is, she's shopping all the time on her phone. Like that's what she does. She's like, she can't focus directly on it. She has to shop and then hear it and watch it secondhand. I don't even know what you'd say.
Well,
so I'm in the TV and she's shopping and stuff, but also knows exactly what's going on. It's complicated.
No, I know. It depends on the quality of the show. If it's a good quality show, I will focus on it. But if it's garbage or sometimes a sporting event, I'm doing phone things at the same time. You know
what? Andrew just asked a good question. Yeah. Will this work if I am not on the phone? I'm confused.
Okay, so what's going on there? What's going on there? And I'll explain it. I've got your camera. Can you see yourself?
If I go back to, I can see myself.
Yeah. Can you see me?
No.
Okay. You see, there is, we can see you and we would probably be able to hear you through your computer, but you wouldn't be able to hear me.
Yes, that's there we go. Okay.
So this is a poverty version of what we used to do because there is something that I have a meeting today at 2 p.m. about the next thing we can do in hopes of getting this the way it was, because the capability on the last platform was a little bit easier to use. I'll admit that, but that's about the only thing that it had in the plus column as opposed to what I have right now. Some would argue that, but I still like Twitch better.
They probably put it in the contract somewhere that said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take away the ability for Kyle to have a successful show, but we're also going to use this sweet ass pink like spray paint thing and put live over the podcast part of the. So that was the trade off.
Yes,
you know what
yes, I mean? I hear you. So do you like Marvel movies?
I enjoy them. I'm not one of those people that would like stand in line and watch the midnight viewing or whatever. But I do enjoy the movies. Yeah,
I have a real secret love of them, and one was on last night. That when I was at the radio station doing my grunt work, that it was so bad. And have you ever watched a movie that you hate and everyone loves? Everyone loves it.
Oh, yeah.
This one was called Spider-Man Far From Home. Okay?
And it's terrible, huh?
Oh, my God, did this suck massive dick. Oh, it was horrible. And everything from the villain to the stupid dialogue and the dumb kids having conversations, everything about it was dumb. I hated every second of it.
Dude, I have this this working theory in my head about crap like that. Because here's the thing. When I was younger, I watched Teen Wolf starring Michael J. Fox, pre-Parkinson's, right?
Yes.
And great movie, loved it. Everything was cool. Then they made the #2 movie with Jason Bateman, which fine, he was like his cousin or whatever. Like I can do that, or whatever. Then they made that TV show, or whatever on MTV, different characters and everything. So here's what happens in my mind, right?
Yeah.
Like same thing with Spider-Man. I mean, now we got 3 different Spider-Mans from Tobey Maguire on. And it's like, we're we're out here in the real, whatever this is, reality. And we're living our lives day after day. We're getting older and stuff. And then like, they're just going to keep remaking movies with like new characters. And like in the movie, it's stuck in like in the same time, right? Like Spider-Man's not getting older. And there's like some cognitive dissonance there. Do you know what I mean? Like your brain is like, time out. Are we in real time? Are we in the past?
Yeah.
Like nobody knows what's going on.
I think that anything in that genre, you just have to suspend belief, and time does not add up. But I'm seeing a comment. Wings Guy 71 says Eric just pissed me off with that Spider-Man take. Let me tell you something. That was shit. Starting with the dumb dialogue with the teenagers, all of that was so corny and shitty, not to mention the fact that MJ was not even close to the character that she has been in written form. MJ was such a different personality, Mary Jane, and she had red hair, assholes. She didn't look like that, okay? I'm sick and tired. You know what they do? They take the way the characters are written and completely get woke with them. Even though Samuel L. Jackson does a great Nick Fury. Nick Fury was a fucking white guy, for God's sake. What the hell is wrong with you fucking idiots? Jesus. Anyway, let's see. Kenny says the Far From Home story was still better than any Tobey Maguire movie. I disagree. Tobey Maguire was shit, but Far From Home was the absolute worst Marvel movie I've ever seen in my life. Y'all can shut the fuck up about that. All right. So anyway, yeah. So what else is going on, Kyle? I know you always have something burning on your mind that you wanna delve into.
Patriot Nick just gifted me a tier 1 subscription. I I'm gonna click this button.
Okay,
shit. I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what that is.
Connected me to the stream, but I'm tier 1 now, dude.
Yeah, what that means is this. So when you get done with this, you restart the stream and you won't get any commercials.
I think that's what just happened. It just rebooted.
Yeah.
It just did the Spider-Man reboot on the screen.
All right. So, yeah, that is very kind of you, Nick. He's been giving away tier 1 subs and paying for that. That is remarkable.
Dang, why thank you, Patriot Nick.
Don't expect him to do it every month, though. If he paid for you this month, you'll probably have to pay for it next month. The poor guy's got a family. Jesus, Nick, come on. Take a break.
I can pay it for it for sure.
Take a break. All right, so Kyle, what's going on, man? Kenny says, talk about your dumpies. In fact, he says that your microphone should have gone in the dumpy.
It really should have. First thing I want to say is right before I clicked into the screen and I clicked into the show, obviously because I was waiting to, pop on here and do my thing. And I saw those comments rolling in about like, hey, isn't it time for Let's Go with Kyle? Like all this, and like people were just clamoring for me.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I got super, super fired up. I mean, it was similar to a cocaine high, I feel like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's pretty much the lifeblood of the show. It goes Meathead is the most popular, my dad, and then you, and then the dogs, and then Diana, and then my brother-in-law, and then me. That's the order. So they're all excited. But, yeah.
Yeah, so first, here's the thing. I got to tell you this. I actually wasn't going to talk about this, but this is how funny the world is. This is to be relatable to everybody out there. The people who work at jobs, and the jobs are not important, but the people take the jobs real serious. You know what I mean? Like the people, like I'm talking like you're making $11 an hour, maybe less, but you are a lifer. You know what I mean? Like you're there to work, baby, and you are. So that's what happened yesterday. We stopped at Panera, get some coffee.
Yeah.
Take a little drink there. Should have done that right. But we stopped at Panera. And here's what happened. There was a dude that works there, and I don't know how long this guy's worked there, but my mind tells me he's worked there for probably 3 years plus. He seems like a 3-year pluser. Anyway, so I pour my coffee. I started doing this thing, because I try to be a little healthy. I just do the black coffee, but I've been putting cinnamon in it, right? Cinnamon in it. Cinnamon in it. I put cinnamon in the cup.
Yeah.
And then I put the coffee in. So there's a cinnamon infusion, right? In the coffee.
Yeah, we get it. We get it. Yeah, a little lighter on the details.
Okay.
We don't have 5
right.
days. Yes, Jesus.
Point is, you got to stir cinnamon clumps. So you got to stir it, right?
Yeah.
So I've been using this thing that looks like a stirrer. And so I'm stirring it up, and this dude appears out of nowhere and grabs, I guess, what is actually the stirrer. And he like holds it up in my face and goes, "These are the stirrers, just so you know," and then slams it down and rips out of there. And I was like, whoa, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
wow.
I know this guy was like, just listen, dude. He's like, I'm the fucking king of Panera bread, of coffee. And these are the stirrers, not the other things that look like stirrers. These are the stirrers. And he took it real serious.
Wow.
It was cool, dude.
And you let that go.
Oh yeah, for sure. Here's the thing. Like, again, I'm always chill about everything, but there's nothing to be gained about putting a like Panera coffee police guy into, you know what I mean? Like, what am I gonna do? He's like,
right.
Hey, if you love your job, hey, that's cool, because I mean, I own dumpster divers, and I don't like working. You know what I mean? But if he likes it, then more power to him. He's
I know,
a good life.
but still, the assholishness and the rudeness, I am so different. I'm always like, because if let's just say I don't say anything. Now when I'm leaving 5 miles down the road, I'm like, oh, I should have done this or I should have done that, and I'm like, and because I am so primitive, okay, I'm always having to satisfy when I always feel if someone has wronged me that I need some type of retribution. It's a checks and balance. If you essentially, I know it sounds stupid as hell, but hurt my fucking feelings, I want to kill you. Okay? And so I am an absolute idiot when it comes to that. Now, I would have been like you. I wouldn't have done anything. Okay? I wouldn't have. But then, like I said, as soon as I'm out the door, I'm like, my day is ruined. I'm putting them on my Arya Stark list at the end of the night. It's fucking terrible. You know?
Well, here's the thing. I get that because, and this is weird since I know that you're older than me, but I'm going to say this like it sounds like I'm older than you, but I used to be exactly like that. But I went through like this weird psychological transformation where I realized that everybody in the world is they're, you know what I mean? Like they're just people too. Like even I know like there's structures to things and leaders and presidents.
No, I get you. I know what you're thinking.
But like they're all just a regular dude. So I just don't let anybody control me, like control my emotions. Like
and I think that's good. And I also think that I learned long ago that you never know what they're going through. Like he might have just put his dog to sleep or something like that. Give him a break.
And his dog's name was Stirrer. Yeah, I'm with you.
His dog's name was Stirrer. Chris writes, can you explain the cinnamon coffee more? I'm confused. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
You talking about putting cinnamon in it?
This is my impression of Kyle. So here's the deal. Eric Zane, I go to Panera and hang out. Here's Panera. I take a drink. Yeah. So anyway, I go there and like I'm trying to do the healthy thing and like no sugar. And so I'm going to put a little bit of cinnamon in there. And then so when you're putting the cinnamon in there, you want to put it on the outside of the cup where it goes. You don't want to put it in the middle or anything. Because here's the deal. When I stir the cinnamon, here's the deal. You got to, at the end of the day, you got to stir the cinnamon right. And then, here's the deal, dude. Oh, my God.
Here's the thing, though, Zane. If I had a podcast, I think that it's potential that people might love it for the fact that they have to focus so hard on what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That I have captive listeners. You know what I mean? Because like you can't just passively listen to me. I feel like they have to be like, what majestical? But majestical is not a word.
No,
what
dude.
Majestic path did he just lead us down in some whimsical forest?
You got to put
wordery.
You got to put cinnamon in it. Hey, wow! Did you hear how that sounded when I said it? Here's the deal, dude. Cinnamon in it. Wow.
By the way, I saw, somebody said stirrers are cruise and stirrers are cruise. And then Kenny hit it with, I like how Kenny spelled it. That's editing the spelling, but it's legal. When you abbreviate, there's no laws.
He's got it down, dude. He has become, he's starting, when you are on, he speaks differently, you know? Okay. What else, Kyle? What else is burning on your brain? Please.
Okay, so that was my hilarious thing that happened to me recently. I'm trying to remember without putting my phone on speakerphone and looking. I know we talked about. I'll tell you this. I will tell you this. We got some demos coming up for Dumpster Divers, and so obviously we're doing that one with Stefan Hyde right now.
Right.
Good time. And you didn't even know this, but here's the crazy thing, Eric.
Uh-huh.
So I went to the first day. Went to the house. And Stefan Hyde was meeting us there, of course. And so I knock on the door, and the guy who opens the door is actually one of my childhood friend's dads. So anyways, you're supposed to be all like, whatever. You're supposed to like do your little spiel, but like he opens the door, I'm like, oh, hey, I know you, dude. And so it's been a pretty chill demo where I just know everybody and everything that's involved.
So those guys are doing some renovation work on a structure. I don't know if it's a home or a business. Your job, you go in there and you rip out all the shit that's getting thrown away.
Yep. Yeah. So basically, like in this house, there was like some water damage, and water fucks everything up, except for the human body. So yeah, they like all the shit. Not like all the shit got fucked up, but like a lot of shit got fucked up. And so then your insurance company is going to pay to fix the basement or whatever. So you just go balls to the wall. And so you want to fix everything. And so that's what we're doing. We're doing the whole interior demo down to the studs. So what used to look like a basement now looks like, where you would keep somebody if you were shackling them to a base.
Okay, all right. Well, it sounds like you're doing a good job there. That's good. You'll have that job. And if anybody ever wants to get a hold of you, as always, it's important to note that Kyle does do the demo work, him and not Black Emilio.
Yeah, we do it. And also, we're about to do an estimate next week for this lady who wants like an all seasons room, like on the back of the house.
I do.
So we're gonna go give her an estimate to knock one of those bad boys down. So that's not technically interior demo, but we've knocked down garages. We just knocked stuff down. So
it sounds fun. I want to go with you on one of these. I actually want to see how you do it if I didn't have so much going on for the podcast day, but maybe on a weekend.
If we can't do a Lions game, you can't come watch us do demo.
No, exactly. So there you go. So demo work, also junk removal. And if you just need to run a dumpster, call or text Kyle, 616-375-9962. The Lions.
I gotta ask this too. Yeah. I don't know who Shibs is, but I gotta know, Shibs, you gotta type in there what you thought I looked like, because I'm confused.
Shibs 182 says, I didn't expect Kyle to look like that. So what that means is, translated, that person had no idea you had such striking good looks. That's what that is.
That's awesome.
All right. That's it. I got one more thing. Lions are in Pittsburgh. Is that going to be a shit show, or are they going to win that game?
Here's the thing, man. I got one of my buddies is going to come over and watch the game, and he's bringing his family to hang out with my family and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of positive energy swirling around my household on Sunday. So I feel like we might just win, dude. I feel like we might win, like an ugly win, in which it looks like we shouldn't win. But I think we might pull one out, dude. Because also Pittsburgh Steelers, they're idiots. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger, what an idiot.
I know. I never liked that guy. I think he put his fingers in places that he wasn't supposed to on some chick. So I'd never really been a big fan of that guy. I think he kind of sidestepped him having to serve any punishment for that somehow, but it was really, really strange.
I know. But yeah, I think Lions win it, dude. And if they don't, then, I mean, it's the same as the rest of the season.
Yeah, if they lose, who gives a shit? I'm pretty much planning. If they win one game, I mean, well, hell, I thought they were going to win 4, but now that seems impossible. Seriously,
I know.
But you never know, man. I mean, if they suddenly get a little mojo, when you've been shitty for this long, it's important to stay patient. People are already calling for that poor coach's head, and I don't think that's.
Oh, no way, dude. Dan Campbell, I don't know, like, everyone's a different type of football fan, like different levels of what you know and like how invested you are, but Matt Patricia was rough, dude. And Dan Campbell is just, they're not winning games, of course, but I mean, everybody's injured. They're playing with dudes that like should be pushing shopping carts back into Myers. I mean, come on, dude. So Dan Campbell is doing, he's getting, somebody said it, like, he's getting like 100% effort out of these douchers.
Yeah. If I am the owner of the Lions, it's, I think Sheila Ford Hamp is the one who's running the show right now. If I'm her, I march up to the podium and say, there's been a lot of people that have been saying that we should, and I'm just here to nip this in the bud. We love Dan, and if you're not happy with the 0-8 start, get the fuck out of here and come back. And come back when we're winning. I don't give a shit what you do. We've waited this long. We're going to keep waiting. We like the guy. We knew we were going to suck tons of dick. And, that's it. That's take it or leave it. If you don't want us to be here, but, there's the door. We're going to be winners one day. And we're going to go draft the shit out of some great stud athletes with criminal fucking records. And we're going to be champions. So eat my asshole. That's what she needs to do, in my opinion.
The funny thing is that there was that when they were booing her when she came out to give a speech, like one of the halftime,
right?
Maybe the Chris Spielman thing.
Yeah.
She was giving a speech and everyone was booing her, and then she answered some questions to the media, and she was like, "Oh yeah, it's totally cool. Like they should boo me." And I'm like, "Hell yeah! At least we got an owner with some what's that, like self-awareness? You know what I mean?" So
yeah.
At least she was like, "Oh yeah, we're terrible," and so that's cool. And I'm like, "That's at least cool because we went through the that old ass lady for a while, and she was just like, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, Mrs. Ford. She ran a pretty tight ship, and I like Sheila Ford Ham. I like Brad Holmes, the general manager. I like the coach. If you're after 8 games thinking, you get the fuck out of there. Go root for another team, dick. You know?
I like this. Here's the thing, dude. Cam's is the man, Zane. I like that from Steve Enemas.
Yeah, reading the comments.
I like how I'm influencing people. I mean, it's a small influence, but I'm just influencing people out there. I like that.
Look, let me explain something to you. The audience, if you were to go back to weeks ago when you came on here, now, when I met you, I knew you had a perfect personality to be doing what you're doing. And I knew you would be well liked. I also know that whenever you introduce something new, everybody gets pissed. They don't know what's good because they don't know it. They're not comfortable. So no matter how many times I tell them, shut up, you'll get used to it, let me do my thing, they don't listen. They just indict. And now look at them. They love you. Now, scoreboard, I told you you'd fall in love with Kyle. I told you. And now look at, you're talking like him. You're telling him he's handsome. You're doing this. Let this be a lesson. I know what I'm doing, and so does Kyle. Jesus.
Correction. I never know what the fuck I'm doing, dude.
All right, good. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Hug that baby. Hug Emilio. Hug Stephen Hyde. Hug Blue.
Well, I just met Stephen Hyde. I don't know if we're on a hugging basis yet, but maybe after 2 more demos.
Okay, good. All right. That's it, man. I'll talk to you down the road. All right, buddy?
All right, guys. Love you. Everyone just chill.
Okay, there you go. Kyle from Dumpster Divers. Thank you, buddy. There you go. Melissa says, here's the thing, Zane. You're not talking about me. I like Kyle from the start. His thing, dude. His thing, Zane. No, Kyle's a frickin' star. That's the end of it. Brady fan, 1989, they're not beating the Steelers. Steelers have won 3 straight. They have one of the top defenses in the league and are at home. Steelers are 8.5-point favorites. Yeah, I know. Fuck all that shit. Lions are going to win. Lions win that game. Shibs, who was like, holy hell, that's not what I expected Kyle to look like. And I don't know if Kyle is Shibs is boy or girl. Doesn't matter. I mean, nowadays you can on Monday be in love with men, and Tuesday be in love with women. Longer hair, little more scruff. That's what I expected. You're totally handsome. Well, yeah. You can't look like a slob and be a prominent business owner, for God's sake. Come on. Patriot Nick says, I love Kyle, the dumpy dude, since day one, brah. Okay, so I'm learning about how things work on Twitch. If I understand this correctly, there's like a scoreboard for top gifters. Patriot Nick has given away 13 subscriptions. That is so sweet. Hopefully, at the end of the month, you will resubscribe. And I don't know how that works. I don't want you to have to pay for that, Nick. I hope that those people pay for it. Thank you so much. It's very kind. Tarantula Farmer is still struggling with the ads. I do not know. I know some people have actually threw some advice up there for you. Couldn't tell you. I'll have a conversation with you a little later on. Maybe I can sort this out. JD Babe 2001 says, I am so over the commercials when I subscribe. Let me see if I can get Don in here right now. Maybe Don can shed some light. This will be a call. I'm calling. It's like 6 in the morning, 6:35 in the morning.
Hello, sir.
Don, it's Eric. I'm podcasting, so don't say any bad words.
Okay, I won't say any bad words.
I hope you're not waking anybody up in the Don household.
No, we're all good. We're all good. Just having a coffee.
Okay. Now listen. You're the Mr. Fix-It here on all of these things, and audience members who are signed up with subscriptions still see ads. Can you shed any light on this? What do I tell these people?
The only thing I can say is if they've recently signed up, it should take about a day for it to kick in.
Yeah.
And then it should be good. I saw ads yesterday as well, and I subscribed.
Okay.
So I look at it as it takes about a day and a half for them to get their act together back at Amazon.
Okay.
And away it goes from there. But it shouldn't take long. But I'll tell you, I have a meeting with other Twitch people this morning. I will make sure that they know about it and it's noted and they pay attention to the channel.
I even have one sweet person who said I had no ads yesterday and today she has ads.
The reason you would have ads is because you're becoming very popular. The more popular your channel becomes, the more ads that Amazon targets, Amazon and Twitch target towards your channel. So the first couple days that I watched you on Twitch, there weren't any ads either. Now you have a great audience that's coming in. You have several hundred people that are floating in and out during your show, and even right now you have 51 people that are watching. That sends a signal to Twitch to go, hey, this guy's doing really well this morning. Hey, we're going to run more ads.
Gotcha.
So the only way you get away from that is by subscribing. Now, if it's not kicking in, we will make sure that happens so people don't miss any of the show.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Don. So basically, it's we'll just have to hang tight for now, and then we'll circle back, as Jen Psaki would say.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll circle back, but also I will make sure that I get this noted with Twitch and that it's happening.
Favorite Canadian singer?
Well, I love the Bare Naked Ladies, but I'm a big fan of Bryan Adams. But I always go back to my what I grew up with, and that was Rush, Geddy Lee and Rush.
Boy, you named some big hitters there. My God. We just had the 46th anniversary of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald up here.
Good old Gordon Lightfoot.
How about that guy? I sang at karaoke on Patreon, and everybody threw up.
Yes.
Okay, Don.
I'm on the channel now, so anybody, if they have any questions for me, they can ask. I'll pop in.
Don, you're fantastic. No, as you say, no doubt about it.
No doubt about it.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you.
Thank you. What jersey do you have on there?
This is one of my sponsors, TC Paintball. They have a hockey-style hooded sweatshirt.
Nice.
I got to be at the rink tomorrow. I think we're playing Manitoba.
All right, nice. Okay.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
There you go. That is Twitch guru Don Collins. Now, how about that? It's 6:38 in the morning there. So, see, he knows more than I do. So hopefully, if you missed any of that, his idea, there he is. Look he says, I'm here, folks. I'm here. Collins 21. With that deal with the Twitch thing. I apologize for that. And hopefully that'll get worked out. Sorry. Don's great. Great guy. Very patient. But anyway, the top gifters, Patriot Nick has doled out 13 subscriptions. Oh, my God. Tarantula Farmer, 6. Nate Bull, 5. Adam, 2. Don did 1. Jason Mays did 1. You guys are spectacular. That is so very, very kind. We need Zane emotes. You see, I don't know what that means. I don't know what an emote is. What does that even do? Is it like a magic power? Well, I am so out of the loop here. Corey also talks about, what the hell did he say? Zane hasn't figured out where to put the commercials. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. All I need to know how to do is hit play or record or go live. Oh, God. There's a little bit of a learning curve. My apologies. I am so sorry. This is a me thing, not a you thing. Melissa refers to it as a dumpy fire. All right. Don's also adding advice. If you have any question for him on the live stream, just hit him up right now. You sound like such an old man. Saying, I am an old man. Come on. I'm an old man in a young man's game using Twitch, for God's sake. At least I'm here, okay? At least I'm here. It's better than saying, oh, yeah, go to Facebook and YouTube. This is much better. This is much better. I can really get to liking this. Okay. Where the fuck am I? Let's kill Don. Back Alley Comedy Club. There is comedy this weekend. I should say Full House Comedy. I am having the hardest time getting used to the name change. If you want to go see comedy this weekend in and around West Michigan, you do it at any one of the multiple Full House Comedy venues. Their website, fullhousecomedy.com. Hit events. Go see a show. You're supporting longtime sponsor Donnie Veltman. If your vehicle needs to be repaired in West Michigan, please take it to Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. They, sponsor the Twitch stream. The live stream is brought to you by Irvine's. They also support and sponsor the Facebook at Eric Zane Show. At Eric Zane fan page on Facebook. So they're spending a ton of dough with me, which means they got to cover the cost of that advertising. That's how it works. So please take your vehicle to Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. You can count on them, trusted source. No matter where in West Michigan you are, it's worth it to take it to Irvine's. Ask about the loaner cars, okay? 616-532-6600. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Online at irvines.com, and that's ERVINES, irvines.com. Boy, bummer if you're Travis Scott. Boy, this mess. All you have to do is look at this guy's past social media presence, and it's a little weird. You know, here we are less than a week removed from 8 people dead, hundreds injured, that one 9-year-old still on life support. Lawsuits are flying at you from every corner of the globe. He announced, he goes, I'm paying for all the funerals. Yeah, no shit. However, you know, his lawyers might be saying to him, don't do that because it makes it, you seem guilty, you know? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know shit about shit. As that chick from Ozark said. No, what does she say? I don't know shit about fuck. Great show. Oh, my God. But Scott, according to the New York Post, has repeatedly bragged about hurt and unconscious concert goers. Now, not the most recent ones. It isn't like he saw all those people that were dead or injured and said, hey, yeah, holy shit, serves you right. Years before. Travis Scott would brag on social media about fans getting hurt and passing out at his shows. Even suggesting one would be a hero if he didn't survive one of his... So one guy got hurt. He says, oh, bruh, you'd be a hero if you died. Oh, fuck, dude. A lot is going to be learned from the Astroworld concert. I don't know if it'll eventually resonate enough so that if changes are made, they'll probably go back in a number of years to having concerts in an asshole-ish way like they did, packing in 50,000 people into a 8x8 square foot area. But holy shit, they're probably not going to do that. And people who are artists like Travis Scott are probably not going to post things like this idiot has posted over the years when people have been hurt at his stupid, shitty concerts. And by the way, what a horrible, horrible fucking brand of music this is. I mean, my God. It just sucks. It's just, it's not even listenable. I sound like my parents when I was listening to Run DMC and LL Cool J and Curtis Blow and Eric B. and Rakim. You know? And I wonder if rap stars now look at the old rap stars like they're assholes, you know? Or do they actually appreciate them? Because, you know, like Greta Van Fleet, they probably look very fondly upon like classic rock bands that influenced them. Of course, Led Zeppelin. I wonder if rap stars do the same thing to the old rap stars. And to the old rap stars, do they appreciate new rap stars? All rap stars today sound like fuck. Drake, Eminem, Travis Scott, every single one of them are shitty. The only thing I like about Eminem is the one song where he pukes on his shirt. Mom Spaghetti. It's the only song I like. The rest of them suck. Scott is under fire, of course. Did he know? There was some people that said, I saw him looking at them dragging bodies out of there. And he was like, whatever. Just went on with the show. One of the most disturbing posts from back in the day shows a young man seemingly unconscious at Scott's sold-out 2015 show at Manhattan's Webster Hall. So basically, I don't want to show you. He's just this kid, white kid, laying on his back, out. To the kid that didn't survive the rodeo, you are a hero in my book. The image was posted the day after his show with Young Thug at the East Village venue. Just before, he also posted a video of the crowd reacting to him playing the song Quintana in NYC. He wrote, before a kid pass out, seemingly celebrating the same fan. He also posted another image of someone seemingly out cold at a 2014 show with a simple caption, what the fuck? Among photos with his girlfriend, Kylie Jenner, and their daughter, Stormy, Scott also posted other images glorifying fans' injuries, noted TMZ, which compiled many of the posts. She broke her hand and she doesn't give a fuck. He wrote in one while another bragged, it's not a show. It's not a show until someone passes out. Yeah, so when the show ended, that was why they were saying like his team was busy like going through old posts, scrolling through delete. Oh, no. But the internet sleuths were also going through screenshot. You can make money on that. This is what you do. The next time there's a tragedy, okay, you at home can do this. Okay, the next rap star that let's say this happens again. Go to the rap star's profile and just start screenshotting the shit out of it. Okay, and then you can sell it to TMZ because you know that if you get ahead of it, so if like 10 people die and 1 minute later you're screenshotting, you got a little bit of time till the artist management starts deleting. You get that shit, and then you put it in a zip drive, and then you can present it and sell it for millions. It's actually a pretty good idea. I'm pretty impressed that I came up with that all by myself. One image shows a smiling young man with blood pouring out of his eye, with Scott writing, I love you. This guy. Someone wrote, damn, these posts not looking good years later. No, they are looking good. They're looking like money. Damn, what the fuck? He really did post this shit. Yeah, you all loved it. all these people, they loved it when it came out. They never once confessed not fair. They never once, you're looking at it through the lens of now. Now he looks like an asshole. But back then, he didn't know that it was people going to die. I mean, come on. Another fan replied to one of the injury pics while others said the rapper was about to be bankrupt with a flurry of lawsuits already filed. Yeah, something tells me Travis Scott isn't that great with money. I don't know, you know. This is effing disgusting. You are so effing negligent. Well, again, you're looking at stuff from years ago. Not one of you. If you had said it then, before people died, then, you know. But if you're saying it after it happens, that's kind of ridiculous. Rapper's also gone viral for footage from an old show where he seemed to spit at a fan he accused of trying to steal his shoe. Well, I could see that. Then repeatedly encourage others in the crowd to, quote, fuck him up. Guy's like, well, I got his shoe. Tragedy also renewed focus on his violent concert history, including another Manhattan show in 2017 in which Kyle Green says he fell off a balcony, leaving him paralyzed. Yeah, we talked about that story earlier. I don't know if he was pushed off, if he jumped off, if he lost his balance. I mean, come on. After Friday's deadly Houston gig, Scott insisted that he, quote, could just not imagine the severity of the situation. He could never imagine the severity of the situation. Anytime I could make out, you know, anything that's going on, you know, I stop the show and, you know, help them get the help they need, he claimed on his Instagram story. I have no idea if, I honestly don't think. I thought that he may have seen somebody being carried out, but I don't think there's any way to know that someone was dead. Now, I think if someone that is one of his handlers was aware that someone has died, it's up to them to get the message to him saying, hey, dude, somebody died. So I don't know if you can necessarily blame him for that, but it doesn't matter. The amount of lawsuits here. Oh, God, they are going to use all of this as evidence, and I am guessing he is going to be just murdered in terms of lawsuits and money that he is going to have to pay out. Absolutely blindsiding him without a doubt. All right. Old school pissed off with everything to prove Eminem was the best. Let's see. Almost all of his new shit sucks. Old shit Eminem. Old school Eminem was a legend. One song. I like that song where he goes, my name is. My name is. All right, two songs. My name is. Banana, boom, banana, boom, banana. Hey. Oh, my God. Speaking of radio earlier on the show. Okay, Eric Zane. This is a radio star, Eric Zane. This is what happens when you take radio, on the radio, a Christian radio host, greed, and knowledge of a Ponzi scheme. You're aware of that, right? What a Ponzi scheme is? It's named after that Italian dude 100 years ago. I forget his first name. Last name was Ponzi. Guy's name was Ponzi. So this fucker came up with an idea. He goes, hey, I got an idea. I'm going to get $100 from this dude. And then I'm going to tell the other dude that if he gives, I'm going to tell the first dude that his $100 is going to be worth $200 in short order. And he's going to fall for it. So now I got his $100. I'm going to tell the other guy the same thing. And then he's going to give me $100. And then I'm going to take the first guy's $100 and show the second guy and say, look, now you got $200. You want me to double your money on the stock market? Yeah, keep doing it. So then he's producing documents from one guy to the other saying, oh, yeah, look at your money. It's taken off. And then he takes the other guy's money and he makes a false document. All the while, he's spending the money. You know, it's just a not so, well, I guess in some ways it's clever way of robbing Peter to pay Paul. This is Bernie Madoff is the legend of this. Oh, my God. So if you're a dude who looks like this, okay, yeah, you're a Christian radio host. If you look like that, of course, this guy is a Ponzi schemer. I mean, look at that. Look at that fucking face. I'll link it up in the show notes of the audio podcast so you can see it for yourself. This sick fuck is a radio host named Doc Gallagher. He's in my new least favorite state, Texas. Okay? Texas is full of assholes, and Florida is full of assholes. This dick, fuck me, man. He got 3 life prison sentences Monday for a Ponzi scheme in which he bilked elderly listeners out of millions of dollars. William Neal Doc Gallagher also got a 30-year prison sentence from the state district judge for his August guilty pleas. The sentences are to be served concurrently. Wow, I think you get more. I think he's getting more time than like a rapist, which that seems a little weird to me. You know, you can get that much time the rest of your life in prison for a Ponzi scheme, but you can like rape a child and not. That's weird. Anyway, the sentencing came after more than a dozen senior victims testified during a 3-hour court hearing about losing anywhere from $50,000 to $600,000 invested in Doc's organization, Gallagher Financial Group. Some had to sell their homes, borrow money from their children, take part-time jobs to supplement their Social Security benefits. All these people wanted to do was take that little bit of money and live off of it, along with Social Security, in order to ride out into the sunset. This sick fuck took it all. Lori Varnell, the chief of the Tarrant County District Attorney's Elder Financial Fraud Team, said he's one of the worst offenders we've ever seen. Gallagher is 80. This 80-year-old man and his group advertised on Christian radio with the tagline, "See you in church on Sunday." So this seems to me like this is the type of radio program, pay for play. What you do is like on a talk radio station, you pay for a block of time. And then on his show, he would then combine financial advice and give your money to me and I'll make you money with Christianity. Oh my God, that is and preying on the elderly. That is a very effective combination. Okay, my God, that's the same formula that they use to keep you dumb fucks from getting vaccinated. Sorry, I had to do that. Shut up, Zane. Shut up, Zane, you asshole. Anyway, he promoted his investment business in books such as, get this, Jesus Christ, Money Master, and on Christian radio broadcast. Everybody knows when it comes to religion and money and right-wing extremism, there is only one. That would be Dave Ramsey. I love Dave Ramsey. It's one of the best radio shows on the air today. This guy is awesome. Sure, he'll fire you if you had a baby out of wedlock and you work for him. Sure, he'll fire you if you're living in sin, but he still has a very good radio show. Gallagher has been behind bars since his March 2019 arrest on similar charges in Dallas. He ruthlessly stole from his clients who trusted him for almost a decade. He amassed $32 million in loss to all of his clients and exploited many elder individuals. They always come unraveled. He worked his way around churches preying on people who believed he was a Christian. Well, he may be a Christian, but he's an asshole Christian. Wow. Unbelievable. Unacceptable behavior. You know, hey, speaking of Christianity, I haven't talked about going to Mass in quite some time. And that's because I haven't. This is not good. I am in a horrible state of, I am not in a state of grace. Like, what does that even mean, Eric Zane? Well, little Catholicism 101. Public nuisance says because it's a waste of time. All right, maybe I won't see you there. I haven't been to Mass. I've missed Mass and then took communion. I've been mean. All this shit. Maybe the occasional touching my wiener. These are all problems. If I step foot in that church, I have to make a beeline to the confessional. That's this weekend. Because I got to go to church on Sunday. Now, there's a reason why. I mean, well, first of all, I've been meaning to get back to church. I've missed Mass way too much. I'm like, we've just been putting this on the barn burner. On the back burner, and I'm going to be it's going to be a barn burner if I'm on the back burner. So I'm going to get on the front burner and go to Mass. A friend of mine says, yeah, I was hoping to see you at Mass this weekend. No show. And I'm like, yeah, I got to get back. So that means I got to march into the confessional. See Father Colin. I'm an idiot. And I got to confess my sins. I cannot walk into that sanctuary unless I go to confession. Some of you are like, I had no idea. You were like, yeah, I do have a basic belief system. It is there. I don't tap into it that often, and I usually like to be very honest about it, about what makes me tick. I can't, there's always something gnawing at me. I always cringe when people say, like, what Public Nuisance said. I'm like, oh, God, I could never even dream of disavowing. Never, never, never. But I need to get back there. Okay, if I'm in a spot right now, and by the way, Kenny's asking questions. Ask questions. I'll answer them as best as I can. If you have it on your mind, please ask. I know to a lot of you, this sounds like hocus pocus. I get that. I know that. Kenny says, is there like a guard or something to prevent you from going in without going to the confessional first? No. Most do that. Most do not go. Most people don't. You'll probably get each week 10 people go into confession. There's thousands of people that can attend. Well, hundreds of families that are part of the church, this facility, Holy Redeemer. Maybe a dozen. It should be all of them. We are all sinners. Technically, you should go every week. Now, I don't know. Maybe, and if you practice enough, maybe you can be without sin. No idea. But they're like, pause the show. There's an ad. I will. I'll pause. Pause the show. I'm seeing a lot of fun comments. Go ahead. Ask away. Ask away. Now's a great time to ask away. It's a perfect time to go tinkle. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go tinkle. You got any of that Arm & Hammer stuff that you sprinkle on the carpet and then you vacuum it up and the room smells great. Oh, my God. I just did that the other day. This room's just so clean. I love it so much. Okay. Again, just a reminder, according to Don, as Kenny described him, which was funny, what was the term you called him? The Canadian Twitch guru. I love that. That's your new name. Don, the Canadian Twitch guru. Apparently, it might take a day or two for the commercials to stop for you. I am sincerely sorry about that. I was not aware of that. So when I talk about, you won't get commercials, here you are, you're probably like, well, I feel like I'm getting ripped off. My apologies. Excuse me. Where was I? Questions about confession. Is there like a guard or something to prevent you from going in without going to the confessional first? No, there is no guard. Public nuisance says, I just thank God really doesn't care if you go or not. The only thing that matters is if you try to be a good person in everyday life. Kenny asks, how does that work? Not being a smartass. I genuinely don't know. Well, here's the thing. Between you and God, if you are in a state of sin, okay, and then you take communion, that is an even bigger sin. You have to be in a state of grace to get the communion. And, you know, some different denominations, people who aren't Christian, they're like, well, it's just a wafer. It's ceremonial. There are Catholics I know who say that the body of Christ it's just ceremonial. It's not at all. I know this sounds nutty, but this is what we believe. There's a key point. I've talked about this before. There's a key point in the Mass when those unconsecrated hosts during the consecration actually become the body of Jesus. I mean, it has become that. We actually saw magic happen, but you can't see it, which is part of the mystery of faith. And then you eat it. You take a piece of Christ in your mouth and you consume it. Old school people genuflect and they just do the open mouth. And the priest puts it, or the Eucharistic minister puts it on the tongue. Can't even touch your hands. We don't do that. Put it in a hand, put it in your mouth. That's exactly what we believe. So you have to be in a state of grace to get that. Same thing with the wine or the precious blood. It's the actual blood of Christ. There's no way any of you believe that. And I understand that, but that's what we believe. So you got to be in a state of grace. Well, can't you just say, there's got to be a question. Well, can't you just say sorry to God? Well, it's very intricate here. You have to confess them to the priest. You have to make a true confession. Then, and only then, after you voice it to the priest, can your sins be absolved, and you can be in a state of grace. Then he gives you a penance to do. It could be as simple as go read the rosary or whatever, reflect on the rosary, say 10 Hail Marys, and be nice to people based on the level of sin. Now, my sins are always stupid. Okay, they're always, I get mad, I swear, I pound my pud. Foam Stick says, Eric Zane is the only one who tells his priest that he beats his meat. Maybe. I don't know. I would love to know that. I mean, in my opinion, you got to be honest with the priest. Hang on, it's getting warm in here. I mean, I know you got to be true to that. You got to really confess. You got to tell the truth of what you've done sinfully. And then, and only then, can you be absolved. I know. Sounds nuts. Jed Jack 13 is new and says, what is this? Okay, Jed Jack, let me get you up to speed here. What's going on? A former radio guy who's been kicked out of the business. So this is what I do every day, Monday through Friday. And we just happen to stumble onto a conversation about what happens in Catholic Mass I'm a Catholic, and I haven't been back in forever to Mass. So we just fell into the topic of I can't even walk into that church until I make a confession. You know, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It's been 6 months since I've been to confession, 6 months since I've been to Mass, and I have numerous things to tell you right now. Okay, Eric, go ahead. Tell me your sins. All right. Meat beating, swearing, porno, lying, sinister, thought the neighbor was hot, and cheated on my taxes. No, and I didn't, but I'm giving you examples. And then he goes, oh my God, that's a lot. All right, well, this is what you do. And he talks to you, a little bit of counsel going on, spiritual advisement, you know, shit like that. Takes about 5-10 minutes tops. And then he says, all right, man, go ahead and make an act of contrition, Eric. And I'm like, okay. And then you actually say, all right, bless me, Father. This is, I ask for forgiveness, blah, 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 blah. And then he goes, all right, the power vested in me. I now pronounce you sin-free. Go on out, 10 Hail Marys. Beat it. That's it. Then and only then is when I can take my communion. Okay? You know, some of you are like, the wafer, the wine. Yeah, we already talked about that. So that's what's up. That's what's up. Kelly with a great idea. We need to get Father Ron back on the podcast. Oh my God, that's a great idea. He would love this. You know, he's a Monsignor now. That is, and I said to him, I go, what does that even mean? He goes, it's another word for old priest. I go, that's awesome. It's awesome. Wait till you see what he has to wear now. Oh my God. Let's see if I can pull this up quickly. Father Ron Hutchinson. Come on, give me a picture of a man and his Monsignor gear. Oh, it's the coolest thing ever. It is so sweet. It's on Facebook. Okay, come on, don't let me down. Yes. Okay. Check out my man. Yes. It looks like an image from like 1776 Italy. That is Monsignor Hutchinson. I love him so much. I haven't seen. We need to go out to eat. This guy is a hell of a cook, a great cook. I need to have him over just to cook for us. Father Ron, you got to cook. His Italian food is just out of this world. Oh my God, I love him so much. All right. So that's the little stroll down religious lane. All right. Kenny writes, he looks like a tough boss fight from a video game. That's funny. All right. Any more questions? LMFAO, Jed Jack 13 joins and has no idea about this podcast. Instantly hears about the priest and hears about the priest and about Zane beating off. Very true. Well, listen. Well, that's cool, though, because Jed Jack 13 is Catholic. He indicates that right there. So he's probably like, oh, my God, I have never heard a Catholic talk so frankly about the way of the world as to what is. I know what's up, man. When I'm practicing, I'm a good Catholic. But I haven't been practicing for months. I've been kind of a dickhead. So going forward, I got to turn this shit around. And that's the beautiful thing about being a Roman Catholic. You can. There is always a restart, a rebirth. It kind of, on a metaphoric level, focuses on resurrection. You know, it's living Christ. Oh, I'm rebirthed. I'm alive. I've turned around. So now you might be like, well, Zane, so that means if you commit murder, you just say to the priest, I murdered somebody, they let you go. Okay. I don't entirely know how to answer that. That is probably a Father Ron question, to be honest with you. But I have heard that priests will say, you need to turn yourself in, and will approach that way. I'm not even sure if that's even happened. If so, well, actually, if you think about it, somebody doing that in the scope of history, I'm sure it has. It wouldn't surprise me if a priest did not break that trust. I'm not sure. Jack 13. By the way, welcome. Please follow. And if you are considering subscribing, please subscribe to this show. Subscribing to our show, please subscribe to this show, because I'm here every day at about this same time. See, that's how you build a show, one at a time. Have you seen The Passion of the Christ? I never have seen that film. I never have. I was always told it's a little gory, and those types of movies, I don't do well with those. All right. Kenny says, if a Catholic priest tells you something but can back it up biblically, do you just shrug and say, okay? Can you be more specific? Are you, I'm having a hard, get really intricate with that, because I don't know what you mean in the scope of the text. Public Nuisance says, what about all the priests that were raping boys? Are they in good grace? As far as I know, if you commit a felony and you ask for forgiveness, you will be forgiven. But that doesn't mean that the law of the land will not prevail. Does that make sense? And that's another thing. Oh, man, I can't believe you're a Catholic. Priests rape boys. Well, not all the priests rape boys. Some priests did rape boys and girls and each other, and a lot of rape going on there. There is no question. Anybody who assumes that the Catholic Church is one that is squeaky clean, Jesus, you only need to do a simple Google search to learn otherwise. That's horrible. And God help you if you ever did do that. Breaking trust. Oh, my God. Kenny says, there just seems to be so many rules that aren't actually anywhere in the Bible is all. Yeah, I don't know. Public Nuisance says, so it's like a superpower. I guess you could describe it that way. Foam stick, as long as they confess. Foam stick, are you telling me, are you a Catholic, Foam stick? And for Jack 13, I know you're a Catholic. You just said that. But now you're here, so I got to bang this one off of you. When you're making a confession, you must tell the priest everything. Do you agree with that? I mean, if I'm sitting there and I'm going to go in that room and I'm going to tell them everything but the ones that are embarrassing, that's horrible. You're not in a state of grace. You got to tell them what's up, man. And besides, this guy has a golden parachute. He's got retirement. He's got a place to live for the rest of his life. He's got it made, all right? You got to put him to work. Okay? And if you think you're just going to go in there with the few menials and drop them the old, I jaywalked, I swore a little bit, and I was mean to my wife, I lied. That's not a confession. You got to drop the fucking hammer on the guy. Father, I was so abusive to my penis while watching Gilf triple penetration that I think there is a scab on my penis. And I mean, holy cow. I actually gave myself a facial. And I am here to tell you that because that is simple. You got to get into it, man. Because A, you get to see the look on that dude's face when he's like, what? The fuck is wrong with you? Holy shit. Okay, and he's earning his money. And then you're in the clear. Then, okay, there's nothing better than getting done with confession. I absolve you of your sin, you sick bastard. Get out of here. And then you're good to go. And they're like, hey, I'm back on the winning team. See, Jed Jack knows. Yes, you should say everything. Evil Panda says that's just gross. Don't act like you haven't tasted your own sauce. I didn't. I'm just saying you did. I was previously atheist. Too hard to say for me when there is no evidence presented to me either way. Oh, dude, come on now. Don't be a child. It's faith. Faith, you don't see it, you don't hear it, okay? You just know. If you're in West Michigan, I'll take you to Mass. All right. We'll make you a Catholic. Public nuisances, you can have faith without going to a special building once a week. When you say it like that, it makes it sound like you're making fun of me. That's what it sounds like when you refer to it as special building. But you won't. The building, the structure, and more importantly, the people center you so that when the word of God is being discussed, you're like, oh, yes, I forgot. Because how many of you, look, you say that, but nobody sits around while they're doing Twitch or walking the dog and is like, oh, I'm just thinking about God right now. You don't do it. Most don't. That's why you go. Okay? How's that? That's not so hard. So, yes, you do need to go. Hell, my neighbor, the Hallelujahs, they go twice a week and twice on Sunday. You know, they're not perfect like us Catholics. I've said it before. Catholics are the New York Yankees. And he's like the Toronto Blue Jays. Okay? I'm just speaking out of school here. I'm just speaking for me. Melissa says, I talk to God every day, Eric. That's good. Keep that up. Kenny says, you can have a relationship with God anywhere, but you can't have fellowship with others if you sit at home. Oh, so true. Wait a minute. Who's at Kenny's house taking over his keyboard and saying smart things? What the? Someone call the cops. Have them go to Kenny's house. All right. I'm pretty much out of time here. This turned into a very... it isn't always like this. This is a rarity. But we stumbled upon this, and I kind of went with it, you know? All right. Follow the page. Subscribe to the page. I think I'm saying the right things. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm glad you've all been here. We have the... Okay, back to a normal show. We have the asshole of the day coming up next. Who will be the asshole of the day? I didn't even talk about Big Bird getting vaccinated and all you butthurt patriots getting pissed off. I'm going to talk about that on the Patreon this time. I was going to talk about it here, but I ran out of time. We got talking religion. Sarah Honda Granville is the car dealership. That's Sarah, Serra, Honda Granville. They are on Kenneball Avenue in Granville, Michigan, near 44th Street. If you're local, that's where I'd like you to go buy a car. Now, if you want to buy a new car, you're in that weird spot where it's like, oh, yeah, man, we can't wait to get you into that new Accord. It'll be here in 5 months. Certified pre-owned is what we're focusing pretty much on, and used cars till, all this sorts itself out. But Sarah Honda Granville, online if you want to shop or do it in person. Go to their location, bang on their door. If you run into Thad, T-H-A-D, Thad, or Cameron, mention your old pal Eric. Cameron or Thad, Eric Zane, I heard him talking about you guys. That's why I'm here. If you tell him that really helps me. And that goes for all the sponsors. SarahHondaGranville.com. Frank the Tank Fuss can help you buy your insurance in the marketplace. If you do that on your own, you re-enroll, because this is a re-enrollment period, and you do that on your own, you're liable to screw something up. You're liable to mess up your coverage. You're going to get the wrong policy. You won't be able to use your doctor. I know the first year I did it, I actually picked a policy that my doctor didn't even accept, and I was screwed. I suggest you just call Frank. This is a free service. Call or text 616-914-4070. I get testimonials all the time from audience members saying, boy, you weren't kidding. He kicked ass. No matter where you are in the USA, call or text Frank, 616-914-4070. Buyinsurancehere.com. Go to that website, fill out the form, and Frank will reach out to you. So you can do it either by the website or by calling or texting him. Let me help your business. If you have a small or medium-sized business, or hell, even a large business. I'm talking to on Monday, trying to get on the podcast. Nothing set in stone yet. The Michigan Army National Guard. Can you imagine that? That would be so sweet. Keep your fingers crossed on that. That's a big business. It's the federal government. If you have a small or medium-sized business, and you want to get yourself in front of thousands of people on the audio podcast or on the Twitch stream, which the views are going way up. Every day I'm increasing. It won't be long till this show is getting to an astronomical level just because people are talking about this show. Let me help you. Just send me an email, eric@ericzaneshow.com, and I'll tell you how it works. All the info about how to reach me is on my website, ericzaneshow.com. Finally, batting cleanup today, or batting last, is Blue Frost IT, the managed IT service provider for the show. So if any tech issues happen, they take care of my hardware, my software, whatever it may be. BlueFrostIT.com. If you're in West Michigan, they want to be the managed IT service provider for you. They also can help your business with contract work. Maybe you're upgrading your tech, you're moving the business, you're retrofitting the office. They do anything like that. You can also call them 616-200-8550. Email them info@bluefrostit.com. That is pretty much a Thursday edition of the Eric Zane Show podcast live on Patreon. Final comments. Kenny writes, is it hard to find somewhere that hasn't been infiltrated by selfishness and other things? Well, Kenny, I think what you just described there is a very basic human trait. If there were no places that didn't have selfishness or greed or sin, it would be heaven. Okay? How about that? I am just so awesome today. I am really killing it. I feel great. God, I'm so much better than all of you. Legend lives on from the Chippewa down in the big lake they call Getchagumi. Asshole of the day. Well, it's got to be the guy from the radio station who did not tell me that the game started an hour later last night. That would be John Ilk. I love you, but what the fuck? I could have been at home doing the insane asylum. Holy shit. All right. Congrats. You've won the asshole of the day, which is brought to you by JM Synthetics and TC Paintball. Reminder, email me if you're going to the paintball event on November 21. I love calm Eric. I like ranting Eric. I like laughing. I don't know. I just do it. Zane, we expect emotes tomorrow. There's no way I'm going to get the fucking emote. I don't even know what that is, you assholes. Thanks for everything, folks. Talk to you on Patreon. Bye-bye. Oh, one more thing. Tarantula Pharmacist, good luck to Nick at TC Paint, Rick at TC Paintball. And he's having a big paintball war professional thing in Florida. And hopefully they won't fuck it up like they do every year. Mike, I think I'm good on songs for the Insane Asylum this week, but you can send them anytime. Okay, till next time. Bye-bye.
What drives you? What inspires you? You know why you're thinking about your education and career. You just need to know how to make your vision a reality. Indiana Wesleyan University will get to know you and your goals, challenge you to achieve, and support you beyond graduation day. We're regionally accredited and offer a tuition guarantee to save you money on more than 160 online degree programs. You know why? IWU is how. Visit IWUishow.com to learn more.
The stockings are hung and the shopping has begun. This holiday season, shop Cincinnati favorite gift cards at Kroger. Grab a gift card to La Rosa's and enjoy a warm slice of pizza. Or snag a gift card to Grater's and treat yourself to something sweet. Whoever you're shopping for, you'll earn 4 times fuel points on Cincinnati favorite gift cards. Head over to giftcards.kroger.com/Cincinnati-favorites to complete your shopping list and support our local businesses. Available in Cincinnati, Columbus, and Louisville markets only. Restrictions apply. See website for details.